What addiction is the hardest to quit? I've heard a Harvard psychiatrist who specializes in addiction say the addiction that's hardest to treat is the one where the patient says that it makes them feel like a normal person. Like it makes them feel like everyone else. Because that's a really hard thing to give up, feeling normal. Heroin worst shit ever, was addicted to it for 7 years heavy. You needed to wake up, eat, piss, shit, sleep, you have to have it to do anything, and getting off is like nothing you can even imagine or compare it to. It literally made me suicidal coming off it, really, like I would have blown my brains out if there was a gun in my reach. I had to get on the methadone program, and you gotta take that every single day. Sucks. But I'm off dope and off the methadone, clean 6 months, and will never in my life touch that shit ever in my life again. It's pure devil's blood. I was a heavy smoker for 15 years. Quit cold turkey. Never was addicted to porn. I kicked a cocaine habit. Being a high-functioning alcoholic is probably something I'll never be able to beat. Trying to quit drinking hurts me physically and mentally so badly, and it doesn't really affect my life right now, so I justify not putting myself through it. I know I am shortening my life by not quitting, but I still just can't do it. Long-term benzodiazepines. Maybe deep alcohol use as well. Anything GABA related is hell. Benzos, if you want to quit, often taken months, maybe even a year just to get off slowly, and then you're not guaranteed to feel normal/good for an extended period of time after that. It's hell on earth, and even heroin addicts will often say they'd rather kick heroin many times over than go through that. Scrolling. It's honestly the only thing holding me back from accomplishing so many things in my life. It has such a hold on me. Edit, for those asking, I have 2 freelance, work-from-home jobs. I'm finding it harder to stay motivated, complete work, exercise, run errands, cook, eat healthy, etc. Because I work online, the temptation is always there. It's easier to order delivery, stay in bed, and avoid work. I think smoking. I have seen many smokers relapse after abstaining from it for a decade or more. Food, you have to do it, so can't stop. Nicotine for me, very hard to quit. Alcohol. Withdrawals don't just feel bad, it can kill you. So much worse than what we think until we've seen it. The hardest addiction to shake is the one that you don't really want to. Unless you're 100% committed to giving it up, it's gonna be hell, no matter what it is. Sugar. Food addiction. Because you literally cannot quit, you just have to find a way to moderate your use without ever being able to. Food. ITT. Not the hardest addictions to quit as benzodiazepines or alcohol, which withdrawal symptoms are the only ones that can actually kill you. Strong opioids not too far behind in second place. Lime rinse. Compulsive overeating, hands down. It's a mindset. I was a gambling addict, and it took years to finally get over it, but I've known people with drink and drugs problems just get up one day and say no, and that was it. Quitting smoking was probably the hardest thing I ever did in my life. And I tried many times before I finally succeeded, but I haven't had a cigarette in 25 years now, and I smoked for 25 years. If you are truly addicted to something, they are all hard to quit. However, when your addiction includes with a physical dependency, like crack, heroin, meth, opiates, etc., that is an entire new ballgame. Everyone is addicted to something or other: dope, booze, sex, sugar, sex, attention, fitness, food, falling in love, gaming, working, social media, etc. So basically, an addiction is not always a bad thing. Unfortunately, addictions can turn problematic when your life is not balanced. Nicotine addiction is often cited as one of the hardest to quit. Its strong physiological and psychological hold can make cessation a significant challenge, even with available aids and therapies. The withdrawal symptoms and the habit's integration into daily rituals complicate efforts to give it up. Food: you still need to eat enough for survival, so you can't stop eating altogether. Gambling. A dependent relationship. Benzos. Period. I've quit cigarettes, coffee, weed, pain pills. Benzos are a completely different animal. Love. Heath Ledger's character from the 2005 groundbreaking hit Brokeback Mountain. Porn. Cocaine was hard. Booze was harder. Cancer sticks were the hardest. Took me 2 solid years of trying to quit. I'd go 2 to 3 days, then have a whole pack. I finally waited until I got the flu really bad and haven't smoked on cigarette in 56 days. According to my app, that's 31,578 cigarettes not smoked and over $200,000 not spent. The last pack I purchased was over $17.50 here in California. Sugar addiction is surprisingly tough to quit. Its prevalence in various foods makes avoidance challenging, and its impact on the brain's reward system can create a cycle of cravings and dependency similar to more recognized substances, making it a subtle yet significant struggle to overcome. Feeling sorry for yourself and as a consequence not taking personal responsibility, and as a consequence living a life that is going in the wrong direction. Smoking. Hands down. I've tried many different drugs, gambled a little, porn, basically anything that's addictive. Prescription benzos, painkillers, hell, even prescription amphetamines. They are a walk in the park to quit compared to nicotine. It is the most addictive substance known to man, hands fucking down. Workaholic. I grinded 14 HRS a day in a small company, which also affected me mentally. I joined another company, but still I just can't stop from working. I feel like opening my laptop whenever I get chance. I've quit cocaine, sugar, energy drinks, and drinking. Yet to quit smoking weed or vaping, but vaping controls me. That's a tough question to answer, and I think to a certain extent it's person specific. For example, I've struggled with cigarettes most of my life, but my wife doesn't. I'm clean now, but I know if I have even one, I'll be back up to a pack a day in no time. On the other hand, my wife struggles with alcohol addiction, whereas I went cold turkey from drinking a handle of whiskey a week without much issue. Just based on physiological response, probably alcohol or heroin, as I've heard cessation both can kill you if you're too dependent. However, things like cigarettes/alcohol can be harder in a way because they're more ubiquitous in society, advertised openly, and plenty of people use them without ruining their lives. I hate to say it, but you can probably include many prescription pills in that category nowadays. Smoking, I would say. I was a cocaine addict for 8 years and quit on the spot one day. Same went for alcohol. I gave up smoking for 2 years after starting when I was 12 and quit at 18 for 2 years. I then started again out of the blue and smoked until I was 31. I then quit again and then started smoking again at the age of 38 to the present day in my mid-40s. Nicotine is brutal. All opioids. But the methadone, ugh, don't think my body could do it all over again. Sober since May 22, 2017. I have seen someone who cannot quit smoking. Benzos. Alcoholism is rough too. Video gaming. I just feel peeled to screen for PC, at least for other things. It's just one click to install new games or play another from boredom, or which is not helpful.